Have you ever dealt with someone who constantly manipulates others, yet plays the victim? Hi, I'm Nakel. I'm a psychologist, and I've spent years and years studying the psychology behind personality disorders. And my new book, Wired for Chaos: Origins of Personality Disorders and Coping Mechanisms, helps readers understand the roots of these complex patterns and how to protect their mental health when faced with them. This book solves multiple problems, and one of them is clearing the air, because I've seen a lot of confusion when it comes to personality disorders, with people taking temporary stress responses as personality disorders, which is outrightly wrong. So it was important that we start by clarifying the concept of personality disorders. So, what are personality disorders? We, as psychologists, we consider personality disorders as enduring patterns of inner experience and behavior that deviates significantly from the expectations of an individual's culture. So the idea of culture is very important here because it means that something considered abnormal or a deviation, thus a disorder in some settings, can be considered normal and then not a disorder in another setting. So it's, very important, like understanding personality disorders matters because these conditions deeply affect how people think, feel, or even relate to others. And they often go undiagnosed or misunderstood. So it was of utmost importance for us to raise awareness on personality disorders to help reduce the confusion, the conflicts, the emotional harm in personal and professional relationships. I wrote this book because I have seen how devastating untreated personality disorders can be, not just for those who suffer from them, but for everyone around them. This book is organized into 15 chapters with 3 parts. Part 1 is about, like I said earlier, it's about the conceptual clarification. And it starts with chapter 1, what are personality disorders? Chapter 2, a brief history of madness. Chapter 3, personality disorders affect everyone. Unfortunately, it does. Chapter 4, the role of therapy and intervention. And then it takes us into part 2, the disorders in focus, with chapter 5, dealing with borderline personality disorder. Chapter 6, narcissistic personality disorder. Chapter 7, antisocial personality disorder. Chapter 8, histrionic personality disorder. Chapter 9, avoidant personality disorder. Chapter 10, dependent personality disorder. Chapter 11, obsessive compulsive personality disorder. And then we move into part 3, strategies in motion, where we start by looking at personality disorders in society. So chapter 12, personality disorders in society. Chapter 13, ethical and legal considerations. Chapter 14, future directions in research and treatment. And then chapter 15, that I consider as the heart of this section, where we go into the action plan and workbook. This is where we dive deeply into the details of the coping strategies. So as you can see, this book is for everyone, from the students to the survivor, to the mental health professional, to the families, to the academics. Everyone can benefit from this book. So get your copy of Wired for Chaos on Amazon. You can also grab a free sample on my personal website, nakelnikema.com. You can also get it on my other website, nikemabooks.com, and also on books.by/Nakel Nikema. This book is accessible everywhere in the world through Ingram Spark Network. So from any country in the world, you can order this book. I look forward to interacting with you anytime soon.